What's good, everybody? It's Big Game James, man. I'm back in the building. You know, Cowboys all day. Even though we took the tough loss to Philly, we're going to get back at it. But we ain't talking about that right now. We doing our high school thing. And you know what? I got my big dog with me. I done had awesome interviews with my dog, Kobe Williams. He is the guy. He is my dog. He's about to go out there and smash it and kill it. But I ain't going to say too much about that. Kobe, give a brief description about you, and then let's jump into this interview.
I'm Kobe Williams from Amory High School, Amory, Mississippi. I'm a senior this year. I've committed to the University of Memphis this past June, and currently right now we're at 9-1, fixing to go play West Lauderdale in round two of the playoffs, making the state championship run.
Oh, I love it, dog, and I know you're one of the main keys, man, dog. If you haven't checked out our interviews with Kobe, you need to because you should see the growth. Man, you've been phenomenal. I'm not. This is nothing short of you've been phenomenal, dog. Remember when we first started doing our interviews and you were going hard and you were like, yo, I'm just waiting for some offers to come, and then they start exploding on the scene. Offers were coming in, out, everywhere. And we were like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then you committed to the University of Memphis. It was dope, dog. I was like, geek. So talk about, first of all, that recruiting, all the schools that just started coming out of nowhere, recruiting you. I mean, you have major schools coming after you, Power Five schools, everything. You finally, decided on Memphis. But talk about the process of going from, wanting schools to everybody in America almost wanting you.
Yes, sir. So I received my first offer past in July 2022. Southwest Community College offered me. I haven't even played my first high school game my junior season. I got that offer from a camp, but I received my first major offer in September. The University of Missouri offered me. And, since then the Power Five schools, all the D1 schools, all the schools in the nation just started watching me. Taking notice of my physicality, my leadership, my quickness. They just been looking at me heavy.
Hey, and let me tell you right now, I'm showing some of your highlights right now. Y'all can watch this while we talk, and you can just see my God, this man, you be mauling people, dog. Like you be mauling people. You don't be playing around. You when we talk about pancakes, this guy bullies people. Okay, I'm sorry, but you seeing these highlights where he bullies them, he puts them in the ground, he doesn't play around. Look at that. Look, you see that big pancake right there? That was him that just sat on. That's what he did. Look. He don't even want to get up no more. Look at Kobe like, get up. Hey, we love it. So while y'all checking this out and me and Kobe are talking, obviously we know you committed to the University of Memphis. What was the reason why you kind of committed to the University of Memphis? Kind of break that down.
Yes, sir. So the University of Memphis kind of set aside all the other schools. A phenomenal coaching staff, phenomenal recruiting. The University of Memphis stayed on top of me ever since they offered me. They stayed on top of me, stayed checking with me. They wanted me as a person more than a person who just put on shoulder pads.
Right,
They liked
right.
me. Yes, sir. They liked me as a person. I have a great connection with the head coach and the offensive line coach, so that makes it even better. The head coach did 7 years in the NFL, and he was also an offensive line coach. And you know the and the offensive line coach that was there, he's doing a phenomenal job, and he's been in the game for a long time. So the connections is there to get me to where I want to be at the next level.
Yes, and I mean, there's obviously University of Memphis has definitely put out NFL players all throughout their program, and they just had a couple of guys come into the league at the offensive line position. So that definitely, and I think Cowboys, I can't remember his name. The Cowboys were actually looking at one player from the University of Memphis like a couple of years ago on the offensive line. So definitely excited about the choice, and we love the choice because, as you said, they looked at you more of a person, not just a player. They looked at you as a person, and that goes really, really far. So let's talk about you as a whole in your position that you play. Are you more the right tackle, the left tackle? What's your choice position of choice? And going into college, does it really matter? Because I know some people are more like the right tackle over the left. Where do you kind of stand in that?
As of right now in high school, I play the right tackle, but but during my recruiting spree, a lot of schools wanted me as a guard, because I'm very strong, I'm very heavy,
Right.
I'm standing at 6'5", 315, I'm very heavy in the trenches. A lot of schools want to play guard, but I could play anywhere. I could play from right guard, the right tackle, the left guard, the left tackle. Everything is comfortable to me because I'm both handed, so I can play left tackle or I can play right guard. It's gonna feel the exact same to me. So you, but if I had to pick which one I'd rather play, I'll say right guard because I love using my strength against my opponents.
Yeah, there goes another pancake. They don't want to get up. You see, just watch this whole tape while we are you. All you're gonna do is see dudes on the ground. They trying to get up and they can't because he don't let them up. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, right tackle, right guard. I feel you on the right guard position because of the power. I mean,
Yes, sir.
we already see what you be doing to people, and that I mean that would be a perfect position for yourself. So obviously we broke down a little bit of that. Let's talk about your year right now. You're on the championship run. I mean, you guys are smashing people. Like, talk about this. You're going out on your senior season. You're hype. You're geeked up, and you're leading the charge like this while everybody's sitting at home. They're still watching you. Talk about this playoff run and how special it is for you personally.
Yes, sir. So, yes, sir. So last year, we made it to the north half. We came up 1 point short, losing 52-51. So, going to this season, the whole team as a unit, we had a chip on our shoulders. The seniors showed great leadership during throughout the spring, throughout the summer. Encouraging the whole team that this is our year. We we got to finish where we left off, basically. And this year we just been giving it to people. Executing every play, executing every job, making making every play worth it. Not leaving no plays on the field, and we just been doing our thing, and now we're 9-1 heading to the second round of the playoffs.
And we love it. So let's say you win to this Friday. How many more games would you have before your actual championship game?
So if we win this Friday, we'll have three more games. We'll have to play round three, four, North half, and so round three we'll actually play the winner against Houston and Senatobia. I know you're familiar with Houston.
Yeah, yes,
So,
yes, yes.
yes, we'll play the winner of Houston and Senatobia if we win Friday, and more than likely, I believe Houston will win, and I strongly believe that we're going to win also. So I'm predicting that round three to be against us in Houston.
Well, that's something we definitely want to see because let's talk a little bit about that matchup. I'm not going to hold you too much longer, but let's talk about that matchup because remember last year, I believe it was last year, Will
Yes, sir.
Eccles and Button Lakes, we had the back and forth, but you guys, or who's going to be who. So obviously, if you play Houston, they got some dogs over there. Will Eccles, he's going over to the University of Mississippi. He's going to be playing defensive tackle over there. They have the running back in Jalen Washington, who's committed to the University of Southern Miss. Had both of those guys on the show. That you guys played them last year, and you were like, "We're going to make our revenge because you got us the year before," and you did. You guys won that game. Now, kind of talk about if you do kind of play them, what kind of meaning would that have for you playing them in the playoffs, going to a championship?
Yes, sir. So playing them will mean a lot in various different ways. First off, our head coaches are brothers actually, so it'll be a big game from a coaching standpoint. And also, playing against the number 4 player Mississippi, Will Eccles, big defensive line. Playing him would just be very intense. And playing him in a playoff setting would just would just mean a lot to me as a person.
Yes, and that's a matchup I want to see. I will definitely, if you guys play, I'm definitely going to try to find that video. I'm going to try to find it live because that's a matchup I would love to see, especially you two going head on head. I would pay to see that matchup. That's going to be something exciting. Two big dogs who I both know going at it for a championship type run. That's exciting. So, as we kind of get ready to close, thank you for taking your time, Kobe, because I know you're going, you're busy. Are you hooping this year too?
Yes, sir. I would be hooping this year. Yes, sir. I'll be hooping.
All right, and he's
Yes,
a
sir.
he's a hooper on the basketball court too, man. So also let's talk about the academic side of it because man, you're like a scholar athlete. You kill it on and off the field. So talk about University of Memphis and what were you kind of going to be majoring in as you kind of head to school.
Yes, sir. I'll be majoring in business once I head off the University of Memphis. I kind of have fully made my mind on majoring in business, but 90% I'll be majoring in business. You know, I'm really a scholar athlete. You know, national honor society. I keep all A's in the classroom. I think my GPA is around a 3.75, maybe a 3.8. And yes, sir. You know, academics it comes first in this household.
That, and I know, hey, and your dad don't play around. Let me tell you, I love your pops. He go hard for you, and give him shout outs to your mom and pops. They did an excellent job, and I love the way your pops just really pushes you and really goes hard with you. He gives you great critiques, but he's always out there, pushing you out there. Hey, my son is this, my son that, my son. I love it. He gives you just a great foundation and a great backing, and it's love to see. So let's talk about that dynamic right quick, kind of before we get off the phone, about with your parents, especially your father. Kind of talk about that dynamic and the motivation that your father and your parents give to you.
Yes, sir. So, my parents are probably number one key in my success. And my recruiting. They always push me ever since I transferred to Amory. You know, they always push me. To work harder, do your best in everything you do. And especially my pops, man. He always put me out there. He always pushed me to be better. He always trying to better me as a person. He's also my biggest critic. He doesn't tell. I mean, he tries to tell me everything I do wrong because if he tells me everything I do good, then I probably settle for less.
Right, right. Honest critiques, and that's what you need out there. You don't need somebody that's always just hyping it up and telling you the
Yes,
good
sir.
things. You need somebody who really loves you, going to tell you the good and the bad. But the thing is, they're always going to be supported and continue to always, pump you up. And that's what your father does, and your parents, everything. It's just an amazing to see, and it's good to see what you're doing right there. I'm so proud of you with the University of Memphis. I'm just so proud of you, Kobe. I can't even front, man. I love to see where you started to where you're at and to where you're going to even go. You're going to do great things out there in these streets on and off the field. And bro, and we already talked about, you have pro potential. Facts. Pro pro league
Yes, sir.
potential. And I definitely want to be doing this 4 years later when I do the draft. And they're like, and Kobe Williams out of the University of Memphis. I'm like, man, you better draft that dude. I know Kobe. Kobe ain't no joke. You feel me? Yeah, we
Yes,
love
sir.
that, man.
Yes, sir.
We're definitely going to be talking about that, man. I know that for sure. I don't care what anybody tells me. This man has pro potential. You better keep reading about him because you're going to be hearing about him going to the league. I'm calling it. I'm saying it. I'm putting it in the air because that's what I feel, and I know your goal and your desire because I've been watching you ever since like your sophomore year. You just been getting better and better and better, and you have the mindset for it. So the sky is the limit for you, Kobe. So I can't wait to
Yes,
see
sir.
what you're going to be doing in college and beyond. So do you have any last few things you have to say before we get off of here? Thank you for taking out your time again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No problem. I always love for hopping on these shows. You big game, James. It's always an honor to be on here. All I gotta say to your fans, keep an eye out for me.
Yes, for sure. Like I said, y'all seen the highlights I was showing you. You better go back out and check the tape, and you better remember the name Kobe Williams. He will be in that league. We are calling it. We are saying it, and so don't you forget it. And then when y'all come back, y'all be like, "Hey man, big game, Kobe Williams, don't you?" Yeah, yeah, I told you about him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You feel me? You feel me?
Yes, sir.
So, hey, so I'm so excited for you, man. Go kill it. Best of luck for you Friday. We're praying and hoping because I want to see that Houston. I hope Houston wins too because I want to see that matchup because that's what it needs to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
That's
sir.
what it's
Yes, sir.
that's what it's like gotta be. Like if you're going that championship run, you gotta play them kind of dogs, and you definitely
That's
gotta
right.
play Houston because that's rival right there. And then there's some stuff right there, and we want to see that happen, and we want to see you be great. So
Yes, sir.
without further ado, for myself, Big Game James, and Mr. Kobe Williams, we'll be talking to you soon. And best of luck to you Friday.